Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Crawdads Baseball. I'm Alon Desai, happy to bring you all the action today from Healdsburg on the road at Recreation Park, a park that's been around for 100 years now. It was established in 1921, the grandstand that I am in. I believe it was built in 1923, so that is almost 100 years old as well. The field here, about 410 feet to center. And very short down the line. It's going to be a throwback game today. Speed and power will be on display for both teams. Crawdads come in with an overall record of 8-11, 3-5 in divisional play. 4.5 games back of the first place Prune Packers, who are 14-2 overall, 8-1 in the division. Their lone divisional loss coming to the Crawdads. That was a 2-0 shutout. Earlier this month, that was at St. Mary's, the campus of St. Mary's in Moraga, California at Louis Gisto Field. Just to update you on the rest of the standings, in second place in the Northern Division are the Solano Mudcats. They are 6-9 overall, 5-5 in divisional play, and the Lincoln Potters are in last place, 6 games back. 13-15 overall, 4-9 in division. Solano is 3.5 games back of the Prune Packers. So everybody's chasing the Prune Packers. However, the two top teams in the division do make it to the playoffs. So you only need second place to go to the big dance. That will be in Lincoln. That'll be in August, the first week of August. But real quick here before first pitch, going to hit you with the starting lineups for the Crawdads. It'll be Jake Brandell leading off. He'll be in left field. Second baseman Seth Dardar will be hitting out of the 2 spot. The 3rd spot will be Diego Muniz. He'll be DH. Chase Dabbs is over at first base. He'll be batting cleanup. And the 5 hole will be Trevor Werner. He'll be at third base. Jordan Thompson. Oh, and I want to apologize. Actually, there has just been a change to the lineups. It's actually going to be center fielder Jordan Thompson. So Diego Muniz was supposed to play today. He has a bad back, and so he will be out, and Hayden Schott will be playing for him. So it'll be Jordan Thompson in center field batting leadoff. Seth Dardar at second base. He'll be batting second. Jake Brandell batting third. He'll be DHing. Chase Dabbs at first base. He'll be cleaning up. Trevor Werner batting fifth. He'll be at third. Hayden Schott, who is inserted for Diego Muniz, will be playing left field, batting sixth. Playing in right field and batting seventh is Curran Ozawa Burns. Zach Griffin will be behind the plate tonight for the Crawdads, and Sammy Esparza will be playing shortstop with Ula Iverson on the mound, who is 2-0. This will be his 4th start of the year, and the national anthem is coming up right now. We'll be back with the Prune Packer lineups.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. On the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful job, as always, Carol Nowak. Fantastic.
That is our national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. Getting very close to 4th of July as well. Apparently, the Prune Packers do play on the 4th. I think they're one of the few teams in the CCL that will play on the 4th. So if you're around Healdsburg and want to see some good summer ball, definitely come out here to Recreation Park. and catch the local ball team here. But so there was a change for the Crawdads manager, Brant Cummings, right before the game, actually. I mean, I already had my lineup written up in the scorebook and all that good stuff, and apparently Diego cannot go today. Diego did hit a home run against Lincoln a few days ago. Hit two, actually. One was a 3-run home run, so Crawdads really going to miss that bat in the lineup, but Hayden Schott will have an opportunity. He does have 10 RBIs this season, so we'll see if he can build upon the season that he's put together here this summer. Lineup for the Prune Packers, Jesse Lopez in center will be leading off. Braden Runyon will be playing third base, batting second. Austin Boast will be in left field, batting third. Ryan Targich, the second baseman, will be batting fourth. Cole Elvis, who we've seen catch this season for the Prune Packers, will be DHing, batting fifth. Kimball Schusler will be catching tonight. He will be batting sixth. Torm Montgomery, big bat, but kind of a feast or famine summer so far. He'll be at first base and batting seventh. Seth Nager will be in right field batting eighth, and Ian McMillan, the shortstop, batting ninth. It'll be Joe Amarato, right-hander from Berkeley, on the mound for the Prune Packers, and he brings in a perfect ERA, 0 in 11.1 innings pitched. So he's going to look to stay perfect against the Crawdads, and the Crawdads are going to try to change the narrative on him and his stat line this summer. He has struck out 16, walked 7, only given up 4 hits. So 11 and a third. He has been very, very good for Joey Gomes and the Prune Packers. It's like first pitch is just about to occur. It's 89 degrees this evening. Could get into the high 70s, low 80s by the time this game is over. First pitch scheduled for 6:05. And it looks like we're going to be right on time to Jordan Thompson, right-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher Amarato. First pitch to Thompson is a fastball on the outer half for strike one. So first pitch of the game is a strike. Game does start on time at 6:05 p.m. on this Tuesday on June 29th, 2021. Second pitch to Thompson here is a curveball that misses. That was a little too far inside. The count is 1-1. Crawdads able to beat the West Coast Kings 3 days ago, but then on Sunday lost to the Solano Mudcats. 1-1 pitch to Thompson. Thompson hits this on the ground over to McMillan, who tosses to first. And on 3 pitches, Thompson grounds out 6-3, and here is Seth Dardar. Dardar batting second, and then Jake Brandell on deck. Dardar comes in with a home run, hit a home run in Lincoln last week, batting .327. And the dimensions of this field, very friendly for power hitter and a guy who has a little juice in the bat like Dardar. First pitch to Seth is low. He's ahead 1-0. Amarato has his sign from Schusler and delivers. This is inside. Count 2-0. Defensive alignment for the Prune Packers. Schusler behind the plate. Torn Montgomery at first. Ryan Targich at second. Ian McMillan at shortstop. Braden Runyon at third base. 2-0 pitch. Dardar fouls this high and out of play behind the grandstand here in Healdsburg. In the outfield from left to right, it'll be Austin Boast, Jesse Lopez, and Seth Nager in right field. Nager has a lot of territory to cover out there in right. 2-1 pitch to Dardar. He fouls this away, and the count is even, 2-2 on Seth. So the dimensions of Recreation Park, I said a park that's been around for 100 years. The grandstands have been here since 1923. says 400 in center, but there's a corner out there where the scoreboard is. The scoreboard is actually in the field of play, and then a wall covered by ivy. In all actuality, it's probably around 415. 2-2 pitch to Dardar, misses low. And the count is full, our first full count of the evening with one away. In the top of the first, Crawdads going to get something going offensively here against the home team Prune Packers. Payoff pitch. Dardar hits this high. Moving on it is Runyon, and looks like Runyon was able to hold onto the ball for the catch. He fell. Maybe lost it in the sun and then leaned to his left. Fell down while making the catch, but was able to keep that glove on the ball. That's 2 away. Here is Jake Brandell. Brandell has played 5 games so far, still has not played a complete week for the Crawdads. That will happen this evening if he records the at-bat. First pitch to Brandell is a curveball that bounces in the dirt for ball 1. Brandell has made an impact since coming in this summer. Last Tuesday, he was actually the player of the game on Tuesday. That was the 22nd against Lincoln. That was a 3-2 victory. Second pitch to Brandell, who hits this to right. It is very high, and Seth Nager has it just inside the foul line for out number 3. The Crawdads go down 1-2-3, a clean inning, which is something I think the Healdsburg fans have gotten used to seeing out of Amarato. And the score, still 0-0 after the top of the first. Bottom of the first coming up in just moments at Recreation Park in Healdsburg, California.
Jesse Lopez.
Welcome back to Recreation Park. Crawdads were not able to score in the top of the first inning. And we'll see the Prune Packers take their first swings of the evening. It'll be Jesse Lopez, Braden Runyon, and Austin Boast. Ula Iverson getting ready to throw his first pitch. Is the lefty Iverson. Bunt is shown and seemed to evade the glove of Zach Griffin. Pitch was high. Count 1-0. Iverson pitched 5 innings in his last start. It was on the 22nd, that win against the Lincoln Potters. Only gave up a run. Was able to strike out 4. Second pitch here is hit very high, but behind the grandstand and the press section. Count even at 1-1. Lopez was 2 for 4 on Sunday. That was an 8-2 victory for the Prune Packers over Lincoln. hit a home run, his 4th of the year, and he hits this very high and shallow into center field, and Thompson has it for out number 1.
Now batting from Texas Tech University, third baseman, number 18, Braden Runyon.
Here is the third baseman, the Red Raider from Texas Tech. It is Braden Runyon. He also hit a home run on Sunday. 8-2 victory against Lincoln. It was his first home run of the year. Comes in batting .233 with 7 hits. First pitch to Runyon. Bounces low and inside. For ball 1. So I mentioned earlier it's about 4:15 in dead center. In right field, there is a 336 actually. Sign that says 336, but in left field, it has to be less than 300 feet. Count 2-0 as that pitch misses low. When batting practice was going on, the net that the BP pitcher stands behind, so that way no comebackers come and get him, that was actually moved from the batter's perspective to the right of the mound. This pitch misses high from Ula, and Runyon ahead, 3 balls, no strikes with 1 away in the bottom of the first, still no score. The net was moved to the right of the mound from the batsman's perspective, so that way the ball does not get pulled into left field. This pitch, a fastball for a strike, and Ula able to get on the board against Runyon. Count 3-1. They don't want balls being hit and pulled over that left field fence. During BP, there are houses across the street. Pitch fouled back into the fencing behind home plate. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out, on deck is Austin Bose. First full count of the evening for the Prune Packers, each team with 1 now. 3-2 pitch is fouled off to the right side. This field, and I believe it still is being used for this, it has in the past and currently I believe is used for Healdsburg High, home of the Hounds. You can see a football bleacher set up in right center, a multi-purpose field. Payoff pitch again, swung on and missed, and Ula finds the strikeout, his first of the evening. 2 outs on a shallow fly ball into center field, and able to get Braden Runyon swinging. Good start for Ula. Defensive alignment for the Crawdads. It's Chase Dabbs over at first, Dardar at second, Werner at third, Esparza at shortstop. First pitch here is fouled back by Austin Bost, who's in left field this evening for the Prune Packers. Sammy Esparza, good to see him at shortstop today. He always plays a really active 6th position. Curveball misses high. Not able to get on top of it was Ula as he pats his chest with his gloved right hand. Says, I got to be better there. I'm sure he will be coming into this game with a sub-2 ERA. It's his 4th start. Pitch misses low in the dirt. Count 2-1. Ula's pitched 14 2/3 innings. 12 strikeouts, only 5 walks. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Good heater there from Ula. Count is even at 2-2. In the outfield for the Crawdads, Hayden Schott in left, Jordan Thompson in center, and Kern Ozawa Burns in his usual spot in right field. 2-2 pitch here. Looking for the strikeout. This ball hit deep to left field, but foul. Does not take a whole lot of power to get it over the fence in left. Yeah, used for high school recreation park is, for high school football. One of the goalposts is out, the other is not. Swing and a miss there. Ula finishes the bottom of the first with back-to-back strikeouts And it just seems like all this guy does is throw strikes. After one, still no score. Crawdads going to come up to bat next. And they'll be sending up 4, 5, and 6, Dabs, Werner, and Schott. You are watching Crawdads baseball on the Walnut Creek Crawdads streaming network.
Chase Dabs.
Welcome back to Recreation Park in Healdsburg, California. It'll be Dabs, then Werner and Schott. Chase Dabs coming in, batting .313. Has only played 4 games where he's hit. He has pitched. First pitch struck by Dabs high in left field. Is caught for the first out by Austin Bose. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here is Trevor Werner. Werner batting .278 in 16 games. 54 at-bats. Does have a home run and 11 RBIs. Righty versus righty. First pitch to Werner is a curveball that misses, perhaps a bit high. Werner has power to all areas of the field. He's not a pull guy. 1-0 pitch to Trevor is a fastball that misses outside, so looks like the strategy was inside, then outside, inside with the breaker, outside with the fastball. And we'll see where Amarato, who I mentioned has a perfect ERA coming in to the game tonight against the Crawdads. See where he decides to go. On pitch number 3 to Trevor Werner. 2-0 pitch. Werner swings and hits this foul. Count 2-1. The one glaring mark on the stat line for Trevor been the 21 strikeouts that he has had in those 54 at-bats. Werner trying to make contact here. 2-1 pitch to Trevor. Werner hits this hard on the ground, but it's right to the third baseman. Runyon throws to first for out number 2.
Back next from Columbia University, left fielder number 3, Hayden Schott.
Here is Hayden Schott. Hayden playing in left field. Wasn't supposed to be playing today. Supposed to be Diego Muniz. First pitch to Hayden is a fastball that misses high and outside. Count 1-0 with 2 away. And the top of the second, still scoreless. 1-0 pitch from Amarato is hit high but foul down the left field line. Because this is a multi-purpose facility, there are field goal posts. One set is in foul territory, wide of right field. The other is in left center. There's no fencing down the lines at a certain point. 1-1 pitch to Hayden, misses low and away. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. With 2 away here. to Hayden's shot, but there's a whole ton of foul territory because of the fact there are no fences. That's where the end zones are in right field. 2-1 pitch misses low. Count is 3-1. Whoever's playing right field is going to have ample opportunity to make some outs that wouldn't normally be outs at a different park. 3-1 pitch. Hayden hits this very high in left field. Going back on it is Boast. Boast looks at it and squeezes it for out number 3. 2 trips up for the Crawdads. Still no hits, no runs. And the bottom of the second. So here in just moments, you are watching Crawdads baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Still scoreless. Welcome back to Crawdads baseball, bottom of the second. And for the Prune Packers, it'll be Ryan Targich, Cole Elvis, and Kimball Schusler. Iverson fires, gets ahead of Targich 0-1. I want to apologize regarding the pitchers today on the official lineup. It did indeed indicate that Amarato was pitching for the Prune Packers. It's actually Shane O'Malley. O'Malley has done a very good job so far this evening for the Prune Packers. Count 1-1 after that last pitch. And it is now 2-1 after Ula misses the outside corner to the right-handed batter, Ryan Targich. Targich was 1 for 4 on Sunday, batting .340 coming into this game. Good curveball there from Ula. Kind of a slurve, actually, as it broke across the plate, started outside, came back all the way in. The count is even at 2-2. Ula has an opportunity to strike out a third straight man. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball, low in the dirt. Count is full, 3-2. Farthest Ula has gone in any game this year was last Tuesday. Went 5 innings in that win against Lincoln. 3-2 pitch is a curveball that Targich is able to look at for ball number 4. And we have our first base runner of the game here in the bottom of the second. Here's Cole Elvis. The runner on first. Pitch from Iverson misses low and inside, looking to pitch Elvis in. Elvis has 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. And he slugging at 542. 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball that Elvis swings through. Strike one, count 1-1. Ula was locked in today on the trip up here to Healdsburg. Really, everybody was. They looked focused this afternoon. This ball is hit into the gap in right center. That's down for a double, and we'll see if Targets comes around third to score. He's being waved home, and the tag at the plate is not in time as Targets slides home safely, and the Prune Packers have scored the first run of the contest. It is 1-0 Healdsburg after an RBI double into right center by Cole Elvis. Oh, here's the catcher, Kimball Schuessler. And he has a runner in scoring position. Schuessler also has a very live bat, batting .324. Only has 4 RBIs, but has a chance to get number 5. Ula looks back at second and fires. Strike one. Ula, lefty for the Crawdads today. A lot of righties in this Healdsburg lineup. Iverson delivers. This pitch is fouled high and off the grandstand roofing. Count 0-2, nobody out. Cole over at second. Iverson looking for strike 3. Curveball is fouled away. Good job fighting by Kimball Schuessler. Schuessler was 2 for 3 against Lincoln on Sunday for Healdsburg. Had an RBI. Seemed just about everybody had a hit for the Prune Packers. 0-2 pitch again is a good off-speed pitch. And that is the third strikeout for Ula Iverson. Able to come back after giving up the RBI double to right center. And here is Darren Montgomery. He was one of the few who did not record a hit 2 days ago for the Prune Packers. He was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He does have a runner in scoring position. First pitch here is scorched into left center over by the football scoreboard, and Thompson will field it. Another run will score. 2 RBI doubles here in the bottom of the second inning. And Cole Elvis scoring makes this 2-0 Prune Packers. Here's Seth Nager, who's in right field batting 8th for the Prune Packers. Batting below 220, he's at 207, does have 3 home runs. The lefty, so the lefty against lefty. Ula has to try to get out of this inning with only the 2 runs surrendered. An RBI double into right center, an RBI double into left center. Pitch here is good for strike number 1 on Seth Nager. Crawdads 4.5 games back of the Prune Packers. And chasing Solano, who's currently in second place in the North, only 3.5 games back. 0-1 pitch looked at for strike number 2. Back-to-back good pitches there from Ula. Iverson has an opportunity to reach strikeout number 4 early this evening. In the bottom of the second, the game that the Crawdads trail 2-0, and time is called as Zach Griffin will jog out to the mound. Go over the signs here with Ula. Ula, 6'3", 230 lefty. And that's big league stuff right there. Got a good curve, throws a lot of strikes. Wonder where he'll go, where he'll end up after he finishes his time at Diablo Valley College in Concord. 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball that is hit foul. Correct me if I'm wrong. One thing that is always in demand in baseball is good left-handed pitching. Two-strike pitch, again, is a breaking ball in the outer half, and it is called a strike. Nager did not like it. He goes down looking. Fourth strikeout tonight for Ula Iverson, and that'll bring on the shortstop, who's hitting in the 9th spot. Ian McMillan, he was 1 for 2. He had a hit Sunday, batting .259 in 16 games. Does have 2 home runs. Pretty good when you're a 9-hitter. 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. First pitch to the right-handed batter, McMillan, was a ball high. Good job by Griffin, making sure it doesn't get away from him. One positive here, if you can salvage a positive out of a wild pitch. No, that's hard to do, but the backstop is very close to the catcher at Recreation Park, so don't have to worry about the ball getting too far away. Swing and a miss. And looks like Ula has settled back down. He has a chance. He's 1-1 with 2 away. Both outs have come via the punch out. He has a chance to have all 3 outs be by way of the strikeout pitch. 1-1 pitch is fouled back into one of the support poles that holds the chain link fencing up. Grandstand is protected by the chain link. The dugouts here are almost completely submerged. I mean, they're more like bunkers than dugouts. 1-2 here from Ula, and McMillan stays alive. Still 1-2. McMillan's on-base percentage is at .348. Had 66 plate appearances. 1-2 pitch is here again, and we will have about the 3rd 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. 4th, actually, coming up in just moments here as Ula gets back on the mound. Very fun place to watch a ball game. Really 2 gem ballparks up here in the north, Lincoln and Healdsburg. 1-2 pitch is hit high and deep down the right field line, and that bounces at the warning track. And Torrin Montgomery will come in to score, and McMillan, the number 9 hitter, has an RBI triple.
Batting next for the Prune Packers from Long Beach State, center fielder, number 9, Jesse Lopez.
Here is the Long Beach State Shark. They're not the 49ers anymore. They're actually the Sharks. I mean, you had an opportunity to change your name to whatever you wanted it to be, and you change your moniker to the Sharks. They could have went a little more creative there, Long Beach. At any rate, here is Lopez, who is 0 for 1. First pitch to Lopez misses high. Lopez hit a lazy fly ball into center field. Back in the bottom of the first inning. Score is 3-0 after that RBI triple by Ian McMillan. Was able to bring Montgomery in from second. Pitch fouled back. Count even at 1-1. Lopez has an OPS of nearly 1.4. He's been very successful leading off. Pitch hit on the ground to Werner. Werner will not come home with it. Instead, fire over to first. Which is good. With 2 outs. He did glance at home, which is interesting. He took a look at home, and I think it finally clicked that there were 2 outs. And threw over to first base as one would with 2 away, and Crawdads down 3-0 after 2. So hopefully this field that is very, very friendly to hitters. It's very offensively biased park. Talking to one of the assistant coaches, Rob Selna, for the Crawdads this afternoon when we got here. He said this is the kind of park where you can get the bats right. Well, for the Crawdads' sake, sure Rob Selna wishes that opinion is indeed accurate, holds true, and that the Walnut Creek bats can find a little life here in Healdsburg. Again, after 2 innings, it is 3-0. Crawdads coming up the bat in the top of the third in just a few short moments. Welcome back, top of the third. Ozawa Burns hits the first pitch he's given, hits it high, and he pops out to Ryan Targich just on the outfield grass behind the hole between first and second. There's 1 out. Here's Zach Griffin, the catcher, only batting 158. He's the big righty. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Good high fastball from O'Malley. O'Malley looks comfortable with the heater. This is hit hard on the ground, but over to third base. Runyon able to put Griffin out, 5-3.
East Bay, shortstop number 14, Sammy Esparza.
Here's Sammy Esparza, who's batting 9th for the Crawdads. Only 3 pitches thrown so far for O'Malley. First pitch to Sammy is a good curveball, right around the knees for strike 1. Sammy did not swing. Esparza makes a little bit of contact. However, the ball is fouled away. Count 0-2. the Crawdad shortstop, who in 29 at-bats has 5 RBIs, does have 3 stolen bases. The batting average at .241. 0-2 pitch. Curveball that was below the knees this time. Count 1-2. First ball that the Crawdads have seen on the scoreboard this half inning. 1-2 pitch to Sammy. Sammy hits this, a little flare shot into right field. That hits the grass, and Sammy will have a 2-out single. Ball just stayed fair.
Now batting from Texas A&M, center fielder number 16, Jordan Thompson.
And here's Jordan Thompson. Thompson led tonight's game off, but not able to reach. Crawdads went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. They trail by 3. It is 3-zip here in the top of the third. But a runner on with 2 outs, and the right-handed Thompson going to look to make some contact here. Esparza slides back in safely after the throw from Schuessler. It was a good throw from Schuessler. Count 0-1. Esparza has his lead off of first. And the 0-1 to Thompson. Thompson takes a curveball. Good pick there by the catcher, Kimball Schuessler. Counts 1-1. One pitch to Thompson. Thompson swings and foul tip into the fencing covering the grandstand. The count moves to 1-2. One of the themes this summer, the Crawdads have not been all that successful in stringing hits together. They've been a good team with 2 outs. It hasn't been often enough. Pitch misses low. Esparza stays. Good block there from Schuessler. So we've seen a good pick from Kimball. Seen good block from the Prune Packers catcher. They have 2 really good catchers on this team. Schuessler, cannon arm. Hard to run on him. And then Cole Elvis, who's the designated hitter tonight for the Prune Packers. He's also a very good backstop. 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. Esparza is going to slide in head first and be called safe. Good throw there from Schuessler. The tag not in time from the covering Ian McMillan. And the count's full, 3-2. The pitch was in the dirt. Even with a pitch that is a breaking ball, does not find the glove immediately of the catcher, you can see how strong Schuessler's arm is because he made a really great effort and a good throw over there at second. Esparza was able to get in. He a little shaken up, it looks like, but so he says he's all right. Grant Cummings jogged out to speak with him, and third base coach Rob Selna did the same. Looks like he's got the helmet back on. And there's a full count. Crawdads have their first runner in scoring position today against O'Malley. Payoff pitch to Thompson is a fastball low for ball 4. A 2-out single. Now a 2-out walk. And here's Seth Dardar. The righty from Reno, Shane O'Malley. Has 2 runners on with 2 away, but has to face the lefty, Dardar. Dardar hits this hard into right field, but a diving catch made by Seth Nager in right center. What a way to end the inning for the Prune Packers. And Dardar thought he may have had a 2 RBI double. Instead, a diving catch by Nager in right field. And the Crawdads strand 2. They're making a little bit of a rally bid in the top of the third. They're still scoreless. Prune Packers lead 3-0. Heading into the bottom of the third. You are watching Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. It'll be Braden Runyon, Austin Boast, and Ryan Targich. Start the bottom of the third inning. Prune Packers lead 3-0. Will Iverson still on the mound. Pitch here. Breaking ball. Good curveball once again from Ula for strike 1. Braden struck out swinging. Bottom of the first. 0-1 pitch from Ula. Pumps it by Braden Runyon. Had a few balls hit his way over at third base early. 0-2 pitch from Iverson. This is fouled back. Count still 0-2. Boy, Seth really put a good looking on the ball there into right field last half inning. It's a real chance for the Crawdads to get some of those runs back. Pitch, curveball that bounces up to Zach Griffin. Count 1-2. Good eye shown there from Braden Runyon. We've seen Ula strike many a man out with a good curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Punch out pitch, swung on and missed by Braden Runyon. That was a fastball, low and outside to the righty Runyon. And he obliged, swung at it. Would have been a ball, it was far too low. That's strikeout number 5 for Ula Iverson. Here's Austin Boast. Also 0 for 1, strikeout victim. Hits the first pitch he sees over to Werner. Werner has it. Throws the first. There's 2 away.
Now batting from Texas A&M University, second baseman number 16, Ryan Targich.
Ryan Targich, who walked to lead off the bottom of the second. It was a walk by Targich, and then the on-deck man, Cole Elvis, the DH, was able to help Targich score with the RBI double. Ula has the signal and winds and deals, fires. Good job from Ula. Iverson always looks so composed out there. Doesn't seem like situation's ever too big, and he is not afraid of throwing strikes. Some guys try to paint it. He just has a knack for hitting the zone. This pitch is low. Counts 1-1 to Ryan Targich. Targich batting .400 in divisional play. Pitch a fastball, the inner half. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Crawdads trailing 3-0. Iverson looking to respond after surrendering 3 runs last inning. Put up a bagel on the scoreboard here. 1-2 pitch. Curveball that hung up and outside. Count is even at 2-2. Iverson has the glove up high and is ready. Fires. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Ulla Iverson. That's number 6. He's been able to respond after the bottom of the second. Strikes 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and that keeps the Crawdads only down by 3. It is 3-0 heading into the top of the 4th inning. You are watching Crawdads baseball live from Healdsburg, California on the Crawdads streaming network.
Davis, DH number 5, Jake Brandell.
Will be the UC Davis Aggie, Jake Brandell, who's the designated hitter tonight for the Crawdads. He'll be leading off the top of the 4th, and it'll be Chase Dabbs and Trevor Werner. Brandell 0 for 1, flew out to right field. His first attempt at the plate. Crawdads trailing 3-0. First pitch to Brandell is a fastball that cuts a bit too much outside to the right-handed batter. O'Malley 6'1", 190. High leg kick and delivers. Pitch jams Brandell, and it's easily caught over near third base by Braden Runyon. Here's Chase Dabbs. I'd like to see some of these lefties like Dabbs and Dardar keep hitting the ball well. First pitch to Dabbs is a fastball. The outside black for strike 1. Dabbs is 0 for 1. Crawdads only have 1 hit so far. Pitch a fastball misses outside to the lefty, Chase. Count even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch from O'Malley. Check swing by Dabbs. Look over at first, and it'll say he did indeed break the plane. Count is 1-2. Dabbs at risk of striking out. Needs to stay alive. 1-2 pitch to Chase. Chase hits this. Chops it foul over near the Crawdad dugout. So it's interesting, the dugouts here are very small. They're submerged, I mentioned. There are some bleachers behind the dugouts, and that's where the remaining players who are not in the dugout sit. Healdsburg side, it's on the field of play directly behind the dugout. For the Crawdads, it's in the extension to the grandstands. This pitch is chopped foul once again. The ball actually lands on top of the Crawdad dugout. Yeah, there's some football-style bleachers that do not have a structure above them. That's where some of the guys who aren't pitching today are sitting. 1-2 pitch to Dabbs. Dabbs takes high and inside. Able to lean out of the way of an errant fastball. Count even at 2-2. O'Malley's last start was a win. That was an 11-3 victory for the Prune Packers. Fastball misses far outside, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Chase Dabbs. O'Malley was able to throw 4 innings, strike out 6, didn't give up a run. That was on June 22nd against Solano. 3-2 pitch to Chase, and Chase goes down looking. There was a fastball that just ticked the zone. And with 2 away, here is Trevor Werner. First pitch to Werner, he checks at it, and they will say he did not go. It'll be ball 1. One 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball. Good for a strike. And here's the 1-1 pitch to Werner. Werner checks at this. Lucky for him, it rolls foul. It's hit hard, but I think if it stayed fair, Montgomery would have had the play on it. The only thing that may have went Trevor's way on a fair ball in that situation is if it perhaps hit the first base bag. Anything can happen when the ball hits the bag. Hayden shot on deck. Trevor Werner, 1 ball, 2 strikes on him with 2 outs. 1-2 pitch is a fastball, and Werner goes down looking. After 4 trips to the plate for the Crawdads, it is still 3-0. Have not been able to achieve more than the lone single by Sammy Esparza, and heading into the bottom of the 4th, Prune Packers lead 3-0. You are watching Crawdads baseball on the Crawdads streaming network.
Number 10, Cole Elvis.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Prune Packers lead 3-0. I'm Alon to say here with the play-by-play. And it'll be Cole Elvis, the DH, Kimball Schusler, and then Torrin Montgomery. First pitch here is a curveball for strike number 1. Good pitch from Ula Iverson. This pitch, a fastball that misses high to Cole. Cole started the scoring for the Prune Packers after Targich walked in the second. Cole was able to get him in with an RBI double. This pitch, a fastball that hits the dirt in front of Griffin. And the count is 2 balls, 1 strike with nobody out. 2-1 pitch from Ula. Big swing and a miss from Cole Elvis. He got caught in between there. Like he really wanted to swing for the fences and then decided at the last second, no, I want to pull it back, and it turned into a swing that looked like a really hard check swing. 2-2 pitch. Curveball that bounces. Count is full, 3-2 as Packer Pete takes a stroll down near the bottom row of the grandstands. Apparently he's traveled through time, according to the PA man. Payoff pitch misses low, and Iverson walks Elvis.
So we get a run for Cole Elvis, Logan Douglas.
Cole Elvis's day is done after drawing that walk. Logan Douglas is pinch running. For Elvis. And a pickoff move from Iverson. Nothing doing over at first as the newly inserted pinch runner, Logan Douglas, able to make it back to the bag safely. Schusler Cade his last time. First pitch to Schusler misses low and away. Griffin able to reach the ball in time before Logan can get a move on over towards second. Douglas, another UNR guy for the Prune Packers. 1-0 pitch to Schusler is hit very hard at Esparza, who's able to block it so it doesn't get into the outfield, but it's a play that you usually see Sammy make. And we'll see if that is scored an error or a hit. That was hit very, very hard right at Sammy as Torrin Montgomery steps into the batter's box, and that will be scored an error. Esparza was probably thinking about turning 2. First pitch to Montgomery is a curveball that misses low and inside for ball 1. A big hitter out of Mizzou. Iverson fires. Fastball. Called a strike. It was dropped by Griffin, but doesn't roll too far away. And Zach will trot over to Ula. Schusler over at first. Logan Douglas at second. Still nobody out in a 3-0 game. That the Crawdads trail here in Healdsburg. Looks like we're ready to get back to business. On deck is Seth Nager. And a look over to second. No throw, just turn and a glance from Iverson. And the 1-1 pitch upcoming. Iverson deals. This pitch does roll away from Griffin, and they have the runner caught in between second and third. Tag is applied, and the man caught in the rundown, Logan Douglas, was tagged out, but Kimball Schussler able to advance to second. Douglas was caught playing pickle in between second and third. The first out of the inning. It's a good heads-up play by Griffin, and probably base running that is not aggressive enough for the Prune Packers. And Logan Douglas, he should have just made his move, had his jump, and sprinted for third on the drop ball. 2-1 pitch. Fastball that misses high to Montgomery. Count is 3-1. You're in that situation, the ball gets away from the catcher. You're already, say, 12, 13, 14 feet off the bag at that point. You just got to go. You got to turn, you got to go. So if you don't, a guy like Griffin will throw you out. 3-1 pitch here to Montgomery. Runner on second with one away. Fastball that misses high, and Montgomery walks. Oh, here's Seth Nager, who went down looking, did the lefty batter. And there's two runners on. That was Ula's second walk of the inning. And his third of the evening here in the bottom of the fourth. Looks like there is little action going on in the Crawdad bullpen. However, there is I believe the Steindorf barn, I believe that's what it's called, is obscuring the view of the bullpen. I'm not sure who is warming up, as manager Brant Cummings had some words with his young lefty. And here is Seth Nager, who is 0 for 1, but it's a good chance here with two runners on and one in scoring position at second. First pitch is a curveball called strike. I think if Ula throws that curveball a little more often, I know you don't want to rinse and repeat, but it's a good bender, and it's tough for guys to read. 0-1 pitch on the way. This is a fastball looking for the outside corner, perhaps around the knees. It misses low around the socks, around the New Balances that Seth is wearing in the batter's box. Schussler at second, Montgomery at first. Swing and a miss on a good curveball from Iverson, and that's what I'm talking about. He doesn't always have to throw it in the zone, but the fact that he is able to place it in the zone, right around the knees, around the shins, inside and outside, means that the batters have to respect it, and then he can throw it near the dirt, farther away than he normally would, and they have to respect it. This pitch on the outer half for strike number 3, and that is the second time that Seth Nager has struck out looking. He is 0 for 2. And Iverson, apart from the bottom of the second, has been on, seems to be cruise control. I mean, I know he's walked a few batters. He's walked 3, but the strikeout stuff has been there for Ula. And here is Ian McMillan with 2 outs. Pitch from Iverson misses outside to McMillan. It's interesting that Douglas pinch ran for Elvis. Douglas has 0 stolen bases this season, and maybe that's why he got caught in between second and third, swing and a miss on a good fastball. One thing's for sure, you don't see that happen hardly ever to some of the speedsters that the Crawdads have. Haven't seen that happen to Brandell. Haven't seen it to happen to Thompson or Sam Hunt. 1-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. This time the changeup, same spot. And McMillan was way out in front. Iverson has a 1-2 count. So he'll be going for the strikeout here. 1-2 pitch to McMillan. Swing and a miss, and Ula gets him on a good breaking ball in the dirt. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Iverson. And his 8th of the game through 4 innings. We'll see if he stays out for the 5th. I think he's pitching well enough. However, the pitch count is getting up there. It's around 75 now by my count. See how long manager Cummings wants to let him go. But a good job getting out of the inning, stranding 2 runners. And the Crawdads are still down only by 3. It is 3-0 Prune Packers. Top of the 5th inning. Coming right up. You are watching Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Columbia Lion, Hayden Schott leading off the top of the 5th inning. Crawdads trail 3-0. Be Schott, Ozawa Burns, and then Zach Griffin. First pitch to the lefty. Schott is a fastball that misses high inside. Good job by Hayden getting out of the way. Want to get hit up high by a fastball that's off track, especially in summer ball. Hayden was talking about doing something with his hair the other day before we went to Lincoln. 1-0 pitch, misses in the dirt. It was rumored that he was going to get a perm, something to that effect, something in that styling. I don't know if he's going for maybe an 80s look or something, but can't quite tell if he had it yet or not. 2-0 pitch to the man with the flowing locks, Hayden Schott. That's a strike. It is 2-1. On deck is the home run leader for the Crawdads, Curran Ozawa Burns, who has 3 homers this summer. 2-1 pitch. Fastball low. And the catcher, Schuessler, walking towards his pitcher before he returns the ball to him, maybe to give O'Malley a little time. 3-1 on the way. This is hit hard on the ground, bounces up into the outfield. And Schott has a leadoff single. Curran 0 for 1. Flew out in shallow right field. That was actually played by the second baseman, Ryan Targich. First pitch to the righty, Curran, is fouled back. On deck is Zach Griffin. Hayden Schott over at first. Check swing. No throw from Schuessler over to first. That pitch was high, so it should be a ball. It is. Ball 1. 1-1. Good job by Hayden, not getting too far off the bag. Schuessler has already showed off the arm once. However, was not in time on a man running to second. Pitch here, cut on and missed by Curran. Count 1-2 with nobody out. Crawdads still right in this in the top of the 5th inning. It's only been scoring in the bottom of the 2nd. That's been it. You're going to hold the Prune Packers at 3. You're doing a good job. Pitch inside, nearly hits Curran. Does the fastball from O'Malley, and the count even at 2-2. O'Malley has the sign from Schuessler and fires. There's Ozawa Burns hits this hard, and it is down in left field. Over the head of the third baseman, Runyon. 2 men on base for the Crawdads. Back-to-back singles, one up the middle, one into left field. And Joey Gomes is out on the pitcher's mound talking to Shane O'Malley. O'Malley hasn't recorded an out yet here in the top of the 5th. Through 4 innings. He's thrown 59 pitches, so the pitch count's okay. Had a 1.64 ERA coming into this game with 16 strikeouts. A little interesting strategy conversation going on between the manager, Brant Cummings, and his catcher, Zach Griffin, with 2 runners on and nobody out. Hayden Schott over at second. He's in scoring position. And Curran over at first. Curran now 1 for 2. This evening, sun starting to crest over the grandstand. Pitch is hit hard over towards the second baseman, Targich, who had a tough time fielding the ball, and instead of a potential double play, it's probably going to be an E4 and the bases are loaded. It's one thing if you can't turn 2, it's an entirely different scenario if you're not able to block the ball, then pick it up and just fire over to first for a sure out. With the bases loaded after Griffin reaches on the air, Sammy Esparza, who's 1 for 1 with a single. It's a chance. The bases loaded. Ball is chopped foul. These are the kinds of opportunities, the kind of fortuitous positions that the Crawdads have found themselves in this season. A lot of bases loaded. There's been a lot of left on base. A lot of men have been stranded this summer. Count 0-1. All Sammy needs to do is make some solid contact. 0-1 pitch. Sammy hits this. Back up the middle. Over to second for one. Over to first for the other. Now Sammy bats into the double play, but run does score as Hayden's shot comes home. And the Crawdads are on the board. And Kern Ozawa, Burns is over at third. Not the way you want to get the RBI, but you'll take it if you're the Crawdads. Just got to get some of these guys home. Seen a lot of that as well, though. Batting into double plays. Good job by McMillan, tossing softly over to Targich. Pitch here to Thompson is chopped high. McMillan throws to first in time to get the speedy Thompson. Ozawa Burns not able to score. He is stranded over at third. And the Crawdads leave one man on. Do have 2 hits and do score a run. However, had a golden opportunity with the bases loaded and nobody out, and you're only able to salvage a run out of it if you're Walnut Creek. Oh, Crawdads down by 2. 3-1 Prune Packers heading into the bottom of the 5th. I'm Alon to say you are watching Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Welcome back to Crawdads Baseball here in Healdsburg, California at Recreation Park. Crawdads trailing 3-1. There is a new pitcher on the mound for Walnut Creek. It is Jackson Hewlett. So Ula Iverson's day is over. Iverson able to go 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 3, but struck out 8. Was able to face 18 batters. That brings on the righty, Jackson Hewlett. First pitch from Hewlett to Jesse Lopez is a fastball that misses low for ball 1. It'll be Lopez, Runyon, and Austin Bowe. So 1, 2, 3, top of the order for Healdsburg. Lopez is 0 for 2 tonight. Pitch misses low outside and in the dirt. Seen a lot of dust fly up. There was Iverson with the curveballs. really good breaking balls. Or now Jackson, who is throwing a fastball low. Fastball high and inside. That'll get the attention of Lopez. But it is a ball. Count is 3-0. Crawdads were able to score a run last half inning, so the ice is broken for them. But they trail by 2. It is 3-1. High leg kick from Hewlett. This pitch fouled back hard and into the top of the chain link fencing. Zach Wallace, the coaches for the Crawdads, able to get the ball and do a little housekeeping near the Crawdad dugout. 3-1 pitch. Hewlett fires fastball. You can hear the glove snapping from Griffin, but the accuracy not there yet for Hewlett. The first man, he is charged with facing. He issues a free pass to. Lopez on first. Braden Runyon, the third baseman, who was struck out twice. Take his hacks. Righty against righty. Crawdad started the game with Ula Iverson, a left-handed hurler. Pitch here is hit hard into center. Going back on it is Jordan Thompson, but he has it in what is, well, there's no other way to put it, a cavernous center field. And there's some ivy. It's good that that was hit right at Thompson, because if it gets into that ivy, it's nearly impossible to find. Much like when a ball gets lost in the ivy at Wrigley, a ground rule double. The other quirky thing about this field is the scoreboard in left center is it's actually in the field of play. It's a good thing it wasn't hit there. That's a major hazard. Runyon is out, and here is Bose. First pitch to Bose from Jackson is a fastball. Good fastball from Hewlett. Really throws hard. I wish there was a velocity gun here. I believe we've seen him in the 90s. Count is 0-1. Lopez on first. Fastball misses outside. Good pick by Zach Griffin. Not the day the two-hitter for the Prune Packers is hoping to have. Braden Runyon 0 for 3. 1-1 pitch is fouled over near the Crawdad bullpen direction, way out there. Counts 1-2, and foul tipped. Not able to be caught by Zach Griffin. Jackson looking for his first strikeout of the evening with one away. 1-2 pitch is hit hard, but playable for Hayden Schott in left field, who does have it. Route number 2. A short porch out there in left. And anytime a ball gets hit out in that direction, kind of hold your breath. Hope that it's hit hard, it's not hit high. And if it's hit high, it's not hit hard. Here's Ryan Targich. Runner on. Runner goes. Pitch is fouled back. I saw a lot of dirt fly off the chain link fencing. That foul ball hit the fence. Count is 0-1. So Lopez is still over on first. On deck, I believe, is Logan Douglas. Unless he is then pinch hit for. See pinch run earlier. This ball is lined into center. It's down. Thompson is able to cut it off before it gets to the scoreboard out in center field. There are 2 runners on after the single from Ryan Targich. He is 1 for 2 today and also has a walk. And it won't be Logan Douglas. Actually I believe it'll be McDonald. And yes, it is. It is Blake McDonald. He's from Santa Rosa, so he's pretty close here. 6 foot, 200 pounds. Takes his hacks from the right side. First pitch is a good fastball from Hewlett for strike 1. McDonald 9 for 28 this season. Hits this very high into right field. And Kernozawa Burns puts it away for the 3rd out. Looked like that was actually going to drift over a little bit more into right center. It hung up. And right for Curran. And Prune Packers strand 2. And are blanked by Jackson Hewlett in his first inning of work tonight. But it is still 3-1 Prune Packers with the 6th inning coming up. You are watching Crawdads Baseball, the Crawdads Streaming Network.
Great to read about this great history of the 100th anniversary of the Healdsburg Prune Packers.
Welcome back to Crawdads Baseball. Top of the 6th inning. There is a new pitcher for Prune Packers. It's Uday Naradam. Left-handed pitcher. Fastball, curveball. Obviously has a changeup as well. His last appearance was on the 24th against the Lincoln Potters. That was in Lincoln. Pitched 2 innings, gave up a run. Faced 8 men, did give up 2 hits. Comes in with a 2.89 ERA. This is his 5th appearance of the season. Curveball bounces up to the catcher and ultimately over near the bat boy for the Prune Packers, rather. The count is 2-1 to Seth Dardar. Dardar takes. The count 3-1. You have Harvard on the mound. That's where Naradam goes. And you have Columbia, with the left-handed Dardar. Dardar takes. This is a strike. Count is full, 3-2. I wonder who has the higher grade point average. You got to be smart to get into both those schools. And the payoff pitch to Dardar. Dardar swings, hits this high, but on the infield. And Runyon has it. Good battle there from Seth. Was able to work a full count. Not able to put the power stroke on the ball. And he is out number 1 in the top of the 6th inning. Game that the Crawdads only need 2 runs as of now to tie up. 3-1, and here is Jake Brandell. First pitch to Brandell. Misses. Count is 1-0. One-0 pitch from Narodum. Brandell hits this on a rope, but foul. Count even, 1-1 with 1 out. One pitch to Brandell. Brandell checks. That pitch was outside and low. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Brandell came into this game 7 for 18. He is now 7 for 20. Brandell connects. And will this get down? A dive out in center field. And the catch is made by Jesse Lopez, taking away a hit. Well, we've seen Seth Nager in right field take away a hit with the full extension dive. And now we have seen his outfield compadre, Jesse Lopez, do the same. Here's Chase Dabbs. First pitch to the lefty Dabbs is a curveball that sweeps from the inner half to the outer half of the plate. Lefty against lefty. 1 strike pitch to Dabbs. He chops this high. A jump by Narodum, not able to get it. Coming on is McMillan, who makes a wonderful play to throw out Dabbs, who hustled down to first base. Still sitting on 1 run. And 2 hits are the Crawdads, not able to score at the top of the 6th inning. And they're down 3-1 as the bottom of the 6th is about to get underway in just moments. You are watching Crawdad Baseball on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch here from Hewlett is taken out to left field, but very high, and Hayden shot has the glove on the ball.
University of Missouri, number 26.
For out,
Montgomery.
number 1, as Kimball Schuessler goes after the first pitch he sees, and here's Torrin Montgomery. Montgomery has an RBI double to left. But high leg kick there and a fastball that almost gives Montgomery a shave. Watch out there, kid. From one SEC man to another, I'm glad you got out of the way of that ball. 1-0 pitch from Hewlett. Fastball. First fastball misses very much inside, and the second quite a bit outside. Hewlett's last outing was a 6-7 loss to the Potters. That was in Lincoln on June 25th, 4 days ago. Pitched 4 1/3. Only gave up 1 run. 2-0 pitch, big cut, and a big miss by Montgomery. Good pitch on the outside corner, right around the quads. Tell you what, Montgomery, he's an athlete. He's a big guy. 2-1 pitch. Montgomery swings. This looks like it ricocheted off of the chest protector of Zach Griffin. And Griffin's all right. Montgomery 6'3", 235. I mean, he looks like a football player. Play linebacker at Missouri. 2-2 pitch. Fastball that misses outside once again. That's the second one we've seen in the dirt outside here to Montgomery with 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Prune Packers leading 3-1, and the sun is starting to come down near the left field foul line. Have to put the sunglasses on again. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and here is the payoff pitch. Jackson fires, check swing by Montgomery. They'll say he did not go on the pitch in the dirt. And Torrin draws the walk. Here's Seth Nager, who is 0 for 2. Struck out twice, both looking. He will have the favorable matchup. The lefty-righty matchup is a lefty batsman. Jackson Hewlett throws right-handed. Runner on. Hager fouls this. Seth plays over at ASU. He's going to be a junior there from Tucson, Arizona. When it gets hot here, it was about 95 earlier this afternoon. 89 at first pitch. Probably laughs at it. This is not real heat. Second pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball from Jackson Hewlett. Count is 0-2. Torrin Montgomery over on first base. Hewlett looks over. Montgomery has a very small lead. And an 0-2 pitch. That is a screamer, the foul territory. Nager does have 7 RBIs to go with the 3 home runs he's hit this season. Swing and a miss. Good strikeout pitch. Breaking ball from Jackson Hewlett, so that's a strategy for Jackson. Pump the fastball by, speed that swing up, and pull the string with either the off speed or maybe that nice little curveball that he has. And there are 2 away. That's the hat trick for the Prune Packer right fielder. If he stays in the game, he has a chance for the golden sombrero, something nobody wants. This pitch is hit very high over the infield, and Dabbs has it. One pitch, and the 3rd out off the bat of Ian McMillan.
I want to take this opportunity. We have 20 different families.
The Prune Packers strand a runner in the form of Torrin Montgomery, and a good job of pitching by Jackson Hewlett. Another 0 up there on the scoreboard for this Crawdads pitching staff. It's just the 3 runs that they conceded in the bottom of the 2nd. And that's why our ball game is 3-1 Healdsburg. Top of the 7th. In just a few moments, you are watching Crawdads baseball on the Crawdads streaming network. Top of the 7th, new pitcher on the mound for the Prune Packers. And it'll be right-handed thrower from Wichita State University. It is Francis McDonough. Uday Naradam's 1-inning appearance is over. And this pitch jammed by Werner, but gets down in right field for a leadoff single. Good job by Trevor to manufacture a hit. And here's Hayden Schott. I believe they just called him Hayden Scott. We heard some of that on the road trip down in Pasadena. It was Hayden Scott. It was, I believe, Curran Ogawa Burns, Diego Munoz. I mean, they were getting some names. They're getting some names wrong, so guys always get a chuckle out of it down in the dugout. First pitch to Schott is a good fastball for strike 1. McDonough has not conceded a run yet this summer. It's his 4th appearance. Has 2 saves and 6 innings pitched. Runner goes, and the ball is hit over to Targich, who is able to make the throw to first, gets shot, but good job sending the runner for the Crawdads, and they're able to stay out of the double play.
Down the first base line is the warm-up area for the pitchers for the Crawdads. If you're heading over there, please don't linger. Let those players have their space.
And here is Curran Ozawa Burns. 1 for 2 with a single. And the first pitch is a fastball that gets him right in between the shoulder blades. That did not look pleasant. It did not sound particularly fun either. Ouch. Well, however you got to get on base, Curran, boy, seen that happened far too many times this summer. And all the pitchers are working on throwing their hard stuff with some control. I don't know where Kern could have went. Could have got to in the batter's box to get away from that fastball. It looked like it had eyes only for him. Big cut and a miss. Here from Zach Griffin. Reached on an error back in the 5th. This definitely tough to see. I'm sure the Suns playing tricks on the hitter's eye. Fastball pumped by Griffin. Counts 0-2 to the Crawdads catcher with 2 runners on. Zawa Burns on first. Werner over at second. That's Sun for right-handed batters, getting them right in the left eye, corner of the left eye. 0-2 pitch. Griffin swings through it. A fastball high and inside. And Griffin out swinging. Here's Sammy Esparza. Esparza does have a hit, also has an error over the shortstop position. First pitch to Sammy is fastball high, about neck level. Count 1-0 with 2 outs. The tying run's over on first, and the go-ahead run is Esparza at the plate. Esparza, the right-hander, is blown away by a good fastball in the inner half. Would have been a strike if he swung at it or not. The count is even 1-1. Boy, does McDonough throw hard. 1-1 pitch, another fastball, and the heater is proving hard to catch up to for these Walnut Creek Crawdad hitters. Esparza's got to get that back going a little earlier if it's going to be the fastball. 1-2 pitch to Sammy is inside high, and a good steal by Werner as Esparza was able to get out of the way. That was scary. That was up near the head. Boy, both runners advance. 2 runners in scoring position as Ozawa Burns is now on second. Werner slid into third. There was a throw by Schussler over to Runyon. Good for the Prune Packers that it didn't get by Runyon. 2-2 pitch to Sammy. Sammy swings and misses, slams the bat down in front of home plate, so he could not catch up to the fastball of McDonough. Crawdads strand 2 in scoring position, rather. The runners being Ozawa Burns and Werner over at third. That fastball is live, and it is vicious from the man on the mound for the Prune Packers. Bottom of the 7th, right around the corner. It is still 3-1, Healdsburg. At bottom of the 7th inning, Crawdads trail by 2, but only 2. It is 3-1 Prune Packers. And it's Lopez, Runyon, and Boast. Hewlett still on the mound, and this ball is hit into left field for a leadoff base hit.
Next batter from Texas Tech University, number 18, Braden Runyon.
I wonder if the sun was messing with the vision of Esparza a bit. If it was, it doesn't seem that it affected Jesse Lopez. He was able to hit it to left. And here is Braden Runyon, who's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts this evening. Pitch from Jackson is hit into left field again.
Batting next from Texas A&M University, number 5.
Back-to-back hits. Right into the same area where the sun is just blasting rays of sunlight. That's back-to-back singles for the Prune Packers. Both teams have stranded 5 men on base as of this moment. A 1 run for Crawdads came in the 5th. They have 4 hits and an error. All 3 runs for the Prune Packers were in the bottom of the 2nd on 6 hits and 1 error for them. Pitch low and away for ball 1. Austin Boast. Hewlett's gone 2 innings so far. Get the out of the 3rd inning he's in for. Tipped into Griffin's glove for a strike. Count 1-1. As Lopez is over at 2nd. Braden Runyon at 1st. Pitch here to Boast is fouled over on the right side. Count 1-2. Boast is 0 for 3 tonight. Puts the average below 200 for him. Came into the game 222. He's at 190 now. 1-2 pitch from Hewlett. Swung on and missed by Austin Boast.
Texas A&M, number 16, Ryan Targich.
That's Boast's 2nd strikeout of the night. Both have been swinging. Here comes the lefty Ryan Targich. 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout. He has drawn a base on balls. And he has a runner in scoring position. It is the aforementioned Jesse Lopez. Braden Runyon is over at 1st. Pitch misses away, 1-0 to Ryan Targich. Targich has 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. A lot of power in this Healdsburg lineup. 1-0 pitch is a fastball that snaps the glove of Griffin, but misses around the letters. Count is 2-0. Next pitch for Jackson Hewlett will be pitch number 36. 2-0 from Jackson is hit, but foul. Count 2-1. Good swing from Targich. Not able to find the sweet spot on the wooden bat. One of the things I love about this summer league, it's a wood bat league. A lot of them are, but it's nice to see college players swing the pine. 2-1 pitch is a bloop into left field, and that gets down. That's an RBI single for Ryan Targich, and the lead is 3 once again as Jesse Lopez comes around to score. It is 4-1 Prune Packers.
Blake McDonald.
All 3 hits this half inning have been to that same exact spot, feet in front of Hayden's shot. First pitch here misses outside. Blake McDonald. 1-0 to McDonald. He hits this very high on the grass in shallow right field. Dardar has it for out number 2.
Texas A&M, number 8, Kimball Schuessler.
That'll bring up Kimball Schuessler. Still 2 runners on base. Braden Runyon over at second. Targich, the owner of that RBI single to left, is at first. And here's Kimball Schuessler after the pop out from McDonald. Schuessler makes contact. This is over near Kernozawa Burns. He's not able to make the catch, and another run scores. Interesting. The hits into the outfield have fallen just in front of the left and right fielders, respectively. Definitely can't play shallow and right, and you're already pretty in close to the infield dirt if you're the left fielder. It's a very short porch in left. The lead is 5-1 Prune Packers over the Crawdads now with 2 away. Runners on the corners for Healdsburg. The first pitch to Torrin Montgomery is foul tipped into Griffin's glove. Jackson Hewlett, you do not want to see Torrin Montgomery rip into a waist-high fastball. 1 strike on Montgomery. Jackson looks over towards first. And Hewlett fires. Fastball down the heart of the plate. Torrin probably is rethinking the approach here as a pitch he should have swung at in all honesty. And the count is 0-2 with 2 outs. Crawdads down by 4. It's been a 2-run inning for the Prune Packers. 0-2 pitch. It's a curveball that jams Montgomery. He's able to fight it off. Made contact up near the handle of the bat, just above where his top hand is. And the count still 0-2. Hewlett sets and delivers. Swing and a miss on a good curveball. And Montgomery goes down on strikes for only the first time today, but that was a big strikeout as there were runners on the corners, and 5-1 is doable, but you don't want to let this Healdsburg team jump on you late. You need to keep it in reach, and that's what Hewlett was able to do. Prune Packers do strike for 2. And they lead it 5-1 after able to come up with 3 hits, but they do leave 2 men on board.
Saturday night, the Seals baseball team comes to Healdsburg. Great Saturday night of baseball, and of course.
And they will take a 4-run lead into the top of the 8th inning. And check that, actually, it was 4 hits for the Prune Packers. The RBIs from Targich and Schuessler. Once again, it is 5-1, top of the 8th inning. Coming right up, Crawdads only have 6 outs left to work with. These bat's got to get going. You are watching Crawdad Baseball on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Top of the 8th. Jordan Thompson leading off. Thompson hits this ball high and deep into left field. And that ball is, I believe, foul. It did leave the yard. And actually, yes, so they're going to say foul. Oh, folks, I just want to tell you, the sun is, I mean, not figuratively, it is literally right where that ball was hit. Very hard to see out there. And yes, it looks like that ball did travel over the fence here at Recreation Park, but just foul down the left field line. The count is 0-1. Francis McDonough is still on the mound for Healdsburg, who leads 5-1. Check swing there from Thompson. Good job holding up. As that ball, if he did make contact, probably would have just been a lazy ground ball. Easy to field. It was up near the hands. And now Thompson's going to have to do some fighting here. She's in an 0-2 hole. 0-2 pitch to Thompson. Misses high for ball number 1. Pitch to Thompson, swing and a miss. Thompson goes down on 4 pitches. That's his last at bat of the day. He's at least able to pick up a hit. Did walk once. Been to base 2 times. But is 1 for 4 now. Here's Seth Dardar. Dardar takes the first pitch from McDonough. Good breaking ball for strike 1. Dardar's 0 for 3 this evening. Fastball misses outside. One-0 pitch from McDonough, and a golf swing from Dardar. 1 ball, 1 strike. Other action in the CCL. San Luis Obispo trailing 3-0. Dardar watches this pitch low for ball number 2. Count is even, 2-2. There's some boo birds here. Recreation Park, they didn't like that call, but that pitch was around the shins of Dardar. OC Riptide are leading 3-0. It's at the Great Park. 2-2 pitch to Seth. Seth barely able to stay alive. Academy Barons over in Compton were able to best the Santa Barbara Foresters in a game that was just under 3 hours, 2 hours and 59 minutes exactly. They won 4-2. 2-2 pitch again, swing and a miss by Dardar.
Thanks from UC Davis. Number 5, Jake Brandell.
That fastball is a lively one. For McDonough. Here's Jake Brandell. First pitch to Brandell is a fastball that's spiked in the dirt about a foot in front of the plate for ball 1. Pitch inside. Nearly buzzes Brandell. Count 2-0. Brandell makes contact, and that gets down. For a single out near left field.
St. Mary's College, number 37, Chase Dabbs.
Maybe a 2-out rally here for the Crawdads. Really having to fight this sun, and I'm sure Chase Dabbs is going to have to as well. He is a lefty. The sun is beating right into his helmet. First pitch to Dabbs. Fastball for strike 1. McDonough already has 4 strikeouts in this appearance. Fastball misses low and away. Good job getting to it by his catcher, Schuessler. Chase is 0 for 3 today. And Chase takes low for ball 2 with Brandell standing over at first base. Pitch misses outside. Fastball from McDonough. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 strike with 2 outs. They're going to say Brandell advanced to first on an error by the third baseman. Contact is made by Chase. Moving on it is Runyon, and it will drop foul as neither Runyon or Boast could make the play in foul territory over near the Prune Packer bullpen. Payoff pitch to Chase, check swing, and he does not break the plane. He works a full count walk. Good discipline there by Dabbs. And here is the A&M Aggie, Trevor Werner. Werner singled in the 7th. It was the first hit that McDonough gave up. First pitch to the righty Werner. Werner does not offer. Peel down to first. They're going to call it a strike. Doesn't even look like he got the bat going. Pitch was low. I did not think Werner broke the plane. This time a fastball, same spot. Count is 1-1. Werner cracks one deep the center, and that ball is gone. Holy moly. That is deep out there. to center, and Trevor Werner unloaded on the baseball. I thought Lopez was waiting to catch it in front of the ivy, and instead that ball got out in a hurry. The Dads are juiced, and they are down by 1 after Werner unloads the bases. They were not completely loaded. There were 2 on, but they're vacant once again. So a 3-run blast from Trevor Werner, and here's the lefty, Hayden Schott. That's a welcome sight for the Crawdads. And the count 1-1 to Hayden Schott. That was colossal. It is deep out there to center. 1-1 pitch. Schott hits this, but he is retired. A Schott not able to follow up the home run with a hit, but a 3-run deep fly for Trevor Werner, his 2nd of the season, and the Crawdads trail by only 1 now. It is 5-4 heading into the bottom of the 8th inning after the Crawdads were able to put 3 on the board this past half inning. A 1-run game. Looks like a new pitcher will come in for the Crawdads. Jackson Hewlett did his job to keep the Crawdads within reach. And with 1 more trip to the plate, Crawdads need to instead focus on shutting the Prune Packers down here for their final 6 innings and finding a way to manufacture a run or go yard like Trevor Werner just did. Bottom of the 8th inning, coming right up. It is 5-4, Prune Packers. So quick note here that Hayden made contact with the ball. I thought he foul tipped it into the catcher Schussler's glove. Just want to clear this up. No, he did make contact, so he did. In fact, the sun is right there, so I'm reading the score. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But now that the sun is down, I can see a lot better into left field. Hayden did make contact. He was actually a fly out by the left fielder, Austin Boast. So I do apologize for that, but the sun is now below the trees, and we can see once again Seth Nager leading off the bottom of the 8th for the Prune Packers, takes a ball. The new pitcher for the Crawdads is Ty Atkins. Atkins gets a strike on Nager. And the sidearm hurler out of Hawaii is ahead 1-2 to Nager. Atkins is a phenomenal athlete, has a very unique arm slot. 1-2 pitch, just misses. Count even, 2-2. I think Nager got a little lucky there. Hewlett's day is over, was able to go 3 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 runs, both earned. 1-2 pitch is a little bloop that lands just inside fair territory over the head of Trevor Werner. The leadoff single for Seth Nager against the new pitcher, Ty Atkins. Mentioned earlier that Nager was 0 for 3 all strikeouts. He does avoid striking out for a 4th time. And here's Ian McMillan. 1 for 3 with an RBI triple. McMillan hits this deep, but Kurnozawa Burns looking at it right before the warning track. The catch is made. There's one out. The bottom of the 8th. A game in which the Crawdads only trail by 1 due to the 3-run shot by Trevor Werner last half inning. Pitch from Ty is hit on the ground over to Sammy. Steps on second for 1. And the scoreboard in the outfield was incorrect. Of course, there were 2 outs on the board. That was the 3rd out. Good play by Esparza just to run over and tap the base for the 3rd out of the bottom of the 8th. After 8, it is 5-4. Prune Packers. Crawdads have 3 outs to work with to try to tie this game up and hopefully drive back home with a W, but we will see. It's going to be all on the bats of Curran Ozawa Burns, Zach Griffin, and Sammy Esparza. So 7, 8, 9 to try to tie this game up for the Crawdads. Be right back with the top of the 9th here in Healdsburg. Pitcher for the Prune Packers, top of the 9th inning. It'll be the lefty, Derek Bridges, on the mound to close the show for Healdsburg, who is leading by a run, 5-4. Ozawa Burns at the plate. 7, 8, 9 for the Crawdads. 1-0 pitch, misses low. Good eye by Curran, and he's ahead 2-0. A big blast from Trevor Werner, able to get Crawdads back in the game. 2-0 pitch. Big swing from Curran, and cannot catch up to the fastball from Bridges. Count is 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Bridges is fastball low that Curran went after. Count is even at 2-2. Bridges, a sophomore at Texas Tech. 6'1" lefty. 2-2 pitch, and Curran swings and misses. And the Crawdads will send up Zach Griffin, and looks like someone will actually pinch hit for Zach.
Correction, coming into bat from St.
And
Mary's College.
indeed, it'll be Dalton Mayshore. Griffin's day is over. He's 0 for 2. Did reach base on an error on second baseman Tarjic. First pitch to Mayshore. Fastball for strike 1. Bridges has a 2.7 ERA. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. This is his 4th appearance. Mayshore cannot catch up to a fastball in the outer half. The count is 0-2 to the man we have seen play designated hitter for Walnut Creek. Also seen him play a little bit in the outfield. He's in an 0-2 hole against the lefty Bridges. Here's the pitch. This misses way outside. And Mayshore will stick around to see another pitch. Sammy Esparza on deck. 1-2 pitch to Mayshore. Mayshore makes some contact, but ball is foul down the first base line. Count 1-2. Forgot to mention at McBean Stadium in the bottom of the 6th, the Lincoln Potters are leading the Solano Mudcats 6-1, and the Arroyo Seco Saints in Pasadena are up 7-2 against Conejo. 1-2 pitch misses low in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Sparza on deck. Tying run is at the plate. That is Mayshore. And this ball is fouled back into the backstop. Crawdads will be back in action tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. against the Prune Packers. Of course, that's a home game for Walnut Creek in Moraga, California. 2-2 pitch to Mayshore. Mayshore takes high. Fastball that misses. Count is full, 3-2. Good job by Mayshore. The 3-2 pitch is fouled away. Mayshore not batting all that well so far, but he can make good contact. Does have 5 RBIs, batting .235. 3-2 pitch again. This misses, and Mayshore draws out a walk. The tying run is now on first base.
Cal State University East Bay, number 14, Sammy.
And the Cal State Pioneer, Cal State East Bay Pioneer, Sammy Esparza. Take a turn. A good decision by manager Cummings to pinch hit for Griffin. Feel bad when you see a guy who's played his butt off, catching a good game. It's the bat taken out of his hands. First pitch here is a strike to Esparza, but it's a good decision as Mayshore is able to walk. He's at first. And Esparza, who's 1 for 3 with a single. It's a chance to at least move the runner up. 0-1 pitch to Sammy, and there's a pickoff move over to first. Montgomery throws into second, and at first it was called safe, was Mayshore, but he must have come off the bag, and the tag from McMillan was there long enough, and when he came off the bag, the tag was still there, and that is out number 2. It was a good steal by Mayshore. He was in there safe. And sure, manager Cummings is saying, look, he tagged the bag with his hand and came through and hooked it with his leg and then his foot. He was on there. And the umpire says, no, he was not. So the second out. Feel bad for Dalton. That was a heck of a jump he got. And the throw from Bridges was over to the first baseman, Montgomery. They thought they were going to catch him in a rundown. They were not able to, as Mayshore turned on the jets, but wasn't able to stay on the bag long enough. 1-1 pitch misses inside to Sammy from Derek Bridges, who with his strikeout of Kernozawa Burns was able to crack 6 number. He's at 6 Ks this summer. Looking for the save here. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Esparza. And the Crawdads are down to their last strike with Jordan Thompson on deck. Rough way to go down is if this is how it does indeed end. Had the tying run on first, and now there's a 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch to Esparza. Esparza hits it, but foul. All Sammy needs to do is put the barrel on the ball and really connect, maybe pull one into left field. Very short left field. This could be a tie game. You've got to worry about not striking out to a very good pitcher in Derek Bridges. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Here it is. And Esparza takes inside a breaking ball, and the count is full. Good job by Ty Atkins coming in the bottom of the 8th, throwing an inning. Only gave up 1 hit, didn't give up any runs. Jackson Hewlett was good. Really, Ula Iverson was good as well. He did a good job today. Just gave up 3 earned runs. This has been a very, very close and competitive game. And if this is the way the games are going to go the rest of the year against the Prune Packers, I'm sure the Crawdads will take it. 3-2 pitch to Esparza, who goes down looking. And that will end the ball game. The Prune Packers win 5-4. Esparza is not happy with the call. He thought it was a little bit low and outside. But the Crawdads fall. The comeback attempt comes up just short. Trevor Werner, definitely the player of the game for the Crawdads, as he was able to get the Crawdads to within 1 run with his 3-run home run in the top of the 7th to deep center. And once again, that was a ball that I thought, oh, that's going to hang up, that's staying there. And Lopez was going back, and it just kept going. I mean, that was a colossal home run. I was not anticipating seeing any balls leave the park in that direction. But Trevor Werner, boy, does he have some strength on him. He was able to clear the yard, but the Crawdads do fall 5-4. Crawdads were able to score the 4 runs on 5 hits, do commit an error. That was on Esparza. The Prune Packers on the other side score 5 runs off 9 hits. They commit 2 errors. The runs were scored in the second rather. 3 in the second for the Prune Packers. That's what got the game opened up, really. And it was a battle for Walnut Creek to try to come back. They were able to put 1 up in the top of the 5th, and then the 3-run blast in the 8th for Werner. But that top of the 5th, the bases, I want to go back to this. The bases were loaded. Bases were loaded in the top of the 5th for the Crawdads, and they were only able to come away with 1 run, and there were no outs. The 1 run scored on a double play. So there was a double play with no outs, and that's how that 1 run was scored. So those are the situations where the Crawdads really have to do a better job of converting. They have to be able to drive these runners in who are standing on third, standing on second. You know, if you got a guy on first, that happens. But when the bases are loaded and there's no outs, you got to find a way to put the ball in play, hit it back where it comes from, right up the middle, maybe go to the opposite field, simplify the approach, not try to press as much. That was something I was talking to Coach Rob Selna about. He says sometimes maybe these guys are pressing a little bit, trying to do too much with the bat instead of just putting the ball in play. It is summer ball, so I'm sure these players are trying to hit the ball very hard when they're in those opportunities, those situations like that. But at some point, you got to be sick of leaving these runners in scoring position and not bringing them home. That being said, the Crawdads did do a better job of not leaving runners on to end the inning. officially it was only 5 because the double play did take care of 2 during that bases loaded situation. But there's runs on the board. There's runs in scoring position that this team, and they will do it. I guarantee it. They will start converting on these opportunities. They're working hard. They are playing these teams close, and they will get it done. It's just a matter of coming together and everything being on the same page. Pitching-wise, Ulo was able to go 4. He is, unfortunately, the loser today. In the CCL, if you go 4 innings, that's what makes your start the start of record. So Iverson was able to go 4 innings, but does pick up the loss. Did strike out 8, and he looked good for a prolonged period of time. On the other side, Shane O'Malley pitched 5 innings, gave up just the 1 run, struck out only 2. But just all he did was get outs, and he is the winner for the Prune Packers. Once again, I'm along to say Crawdads fall to a record of 8-12. They are now 5.5 games back of Healdsburg, and the Prune Packers increase their lead over the rest of the Northern Division, as their overall record is 15-2. Their divisional record is 9-1, that lone loss coming to Walnut Creek. And the Crawdads now with a 3-6 divisional record. So there's some work to do, but like I said at the top of the broadcast, the top 2 teams in the division do make it to the playoffs, which will be in Compton, California. Check that, actually. That's where the All-Star game is, and that's on July 14th. So be aware of that. That will be on Fox Sports, Bally Sports. That will be televised. Please tune in. But the playoffs will be in Lincoln at McBean Park. So you just got to be the top 2 teams in the division, and your ticket is punched. It looks like the Prune Packers will run away with that. But the Crawdads still have a chance, especially with Lincoln beating up on Solano 11-1, and so really it could just turn out to be a battle for second place. This game started at 6:05. It's a very fast game. It was only 2 hours and 29 minutes as it ended at 8:34 p.m. So fast baseball today. Saw some runs, saw some good pitchings, and saw the magnificent Herculean home run from Trevor Werner. But not enough in the bag today for the Crawdads, who for the last time tonight fall 5-4 in Healdsburg. Once again, I'm Alon to say, and you have just watched Crawdads Baseball on the Crawdads Streaming Network.